We all know that person. Maybe that person is you. The person who has the $1 billion idea. The person who talks about the book they're gonna write, the business they're gonna start, or the life they're gonna lead. When they talk, their eyes light up. They see it so clearly, the success, the impact, the change. But then a year passes, then two, nothing happens. The big dream is still just a story they tell over coffee. Why does this happen? Why is this so easy to dream big, but so hard to do anything? It's not because they're lazy. It's actually more complicated than that. It's a psychological trap. Our brains are so easy to trick. When you imagine yourself winning, your brain releases dopamine, the feel good chemical. When you tell people your plans and they say, wow, that's amazing, your brain feels like you've already done it. You get the reward without doing the work. This is the first trap, mental stimulation. The dream feels so good that the reality of working, which is often boring, hard, and slow, feels like a step down. Why would you struggle in the real world when you can just sit back and imagine the perfect result? A lot of big dreamers use their dreams as a shield. As long as the dream is just a dream, it stays perfect. It's a masterpiece in your head. But the moment you take the first step, it becomes real. And real things can be messy for many people. The fear of finding out they might just be average is so strong that they prefer to stay a failed genius who never tried rather than a just regular person who worked hard and made progress. It's a different mechanism. We stay in the same phase to protect our ego. Then there's the perfectionist paralysis. I'll start when I have the best equipment. I'll start when I finish this course. I'll start when I'm not too busy. The perfect moment is a ghost. It doesn't exist. Big dreamers want the end result to look exactly like the movie in their head. When they realize their first attempt will probably be a mess, they freeze. They choose 0 over imperfect. But you can't get to 10 without going through 1, 2, and 3. Sometimes the dream itself is the problem. It's too big. When you focus only on the mountain top, the climb looks impossible. You feel exhausted before you even put on your shoes. We forget that everything big is just a collection of very small and boring tasks. Coding an app is just typing lines of text for hours. Learning an instrument is just practicing the same chords until your fingers hurt. The big dreamer loves the result, but they hate the process. You can't have one without the other. So, how do we stop dreaming and start doing? You have to kill the big dreamer version of yourself and become a small doer. First, please stop talking about it. When you share your plans, you lose the hunger to execute them. Keep the fire yourself and let the results do the talking. Second, lower your standards. Give yourself permission to be bad. Your first project will have flaws. That's okay. Progress is better than perfection. And third, shrink the goal. Don't think about the empire. Think about the next 30 minutes. What is one tiny thing you can do right now that makes the dream 1% more real? At the end of the day, time is going to pass anyway. 5 years from now, you will be 5 years older. You can either be 5 years closer to that life you imagine, or you can still be in the same chair, telling the same story about what you're gonna do. The world doesn't care about what's in your head. It only cares about what you're gonna bring into reality. So, what are you gonna build today? Not tomorrow, not when you're ready. Today, bro. I mean, today. So, please leave a like in this video if you like this type of content and subscribe. And please comment if you ever experience this type of situation or are you a big dreamer or something like that.